We've been together for about 3 years now.
In October, Dotson was convicted of killing 6 people at the Lester Street home, including his brother and 2 young nephews. The jury gave him 6 death penalty sentences. Dotson says his fiancée went to the trial just a couple times.
What does your fiancée think? Does she think that you did it?
I don't really, I really can't speak for her. I don't know if she can tell me one thing, but she can think another.
His fiancée told us over the phone she loves Jessie Dotson and does not think he's guilty. They've been engaged for 2 years. Dotson's mother says his fiancé called her once before.
The first thought came to my mind, what is wrong with this lady? Is she crazy? How could you see a killer on the news and you want to marry him or you want to be his girlfriend,
Salute. Good afternoon. This is True Results. We're going to be taking a journey, giving an update on Jessie Dotson and the infamous Lester Street murders in Memphis, Tennessee. First thing we're going to do is let Jessie Dotson's former cellmate explain his state of mind at the time that he was incarcerated for, I believe, about 14 years before he got released. He did 14 years for a murder. And we're going to let his former cellmate describe what he was going through and his state of mind that he was in and how he felt about his family and all of that before we get into an individual that said, that's my soulmate. I want to marry Jessie Dotson. Let's go. True.
He was in for second-degree murder. He shot a guy in the face in South Memphis. Hyper, stayed in trouble. I think he had a ADD or a mental problem or something. Cause they tried to put him on some medication, but he wouldn't take it. He stayed in there with me about 3 months. He was telling me about he was gonna do something to his brother when he got out because his brother had sex with his girlfriend and stole some of his property. When he got out, he was going to do something. He couldn't leave no witness behind. I can't say I was surprised because he told me what he was going to do. But when they showed his picture on TV, I just dropped to my knees. I would say that's all he ever talked about is violence. That's all he ever talked about is violence. I always talk about robbing people. I always talk about doing something to folks. I try to talk to him, plead with him, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth, you know what I'm saying, to kill your brother or do nothing to your brother, But, he insisted on it. I tried to get him to read the Bible with me, but he just took the Bible one day and just threw it across the cell. I tried to read some scriptures to him, he just threw it across the cell. Man, I don't want to hear that mess. That's oh well.
Dotson's violent outbursts would eventually get him moved to a maximum security prison. He was disciplined 29 times during his 13-year prison stay. The incidents include threatening prison guards and stabbing an inmate in the back of the neck.
Well, we ended up getting separated because he had gotten into a knife fight with a white guy. They put him on maximum security and shipped him to West High.
Now that was the Jessie Dotson state of mind according to his former cellie before he got out and committed this horrendous massacre, killing 4 adults, 2 of his brother's children, and damn near murdering 3 more children. The photo you're looking at is just one example of the monster that would do this to a child. Stab him in the head, beat the other ones with sticks, and that brings us to something that I've been getting a lot of emails, IGs, comments in an older video I did concerning Jessie Dotson when I updated you on the mental health, the status of the surviving children, and for their anonymity, I would not be discussing them because they had to survive and heal. But I will say this: I have been off and on in communication with my friend. Yeah, I have. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's too emotional. Now, looking at this photo, you would say, well, he got 6 death sentences. 6 death penalty sentences, so it's over with. Uh, it ain't over with because the next photo you're looking at right now is a love letter to his boo thing. She says that's my I don't think he's guilty. While we got Tony Armstrong saying Junior. Everybody remember that first 48 episode. Junior said you did it. And that's the child survivor that say my uncle did this to me. And this lady chose to totally blind herself, which shows you the mental state of a lot of people. Does it take crazy to marry crazy? Or is anybody sane in this world? Because I don't see what the fuck is wrong with somebody that wants to marry a monster that stabs, kills 2 kids and damn near murders his whole family, friends, and whoever was in the house. And if he was to get released, which is highly unlikely, that would be your husband. I don't see what the fuck is going on, but man, it's some sickness in this world. And so, with that being said, I just wanted to have a conversation about specifically what her marrying Jessie Dotson and how, what's the happiness? Can we talk about this shit, please? Because this ain't no normal. This is not normal to me, and I know to a lot of other people. What the fuck is wrong with women that choose to just over... I'm glad. Frankly, to be honest, I'm glad you had to go to death row, to the death row to get somebody, because Lord forbid us men don't want to be with nobody that's having fantasies about. You can't watch no crime shows with this. You can't watch the news. They better not show nothing about no jailhouse. You over there going in the bathroom, taking 2-hour baths and shit, playing with yourself about fantasizing about niggas in jail. And I'm just sitting here paying all the bills. What the hell going on with this shit? And that's just the way I feel about it. But before I go, I appreciate y'all. Let me update y'all to start this conversation. And of course, I will be doing a updated video with visuals, commentary in a proper manner. Right now, this is just a conversation piece. So let Jessie Dotson take us out, talking about his boo thing with a smile on his face. Dun 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 dun, fuck y'all. Dun 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 dun, fuck y'all. Dun 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 dun. You should be in there with them. My name True. Like, share, subscribe, always support. Cash out $, True Result number 2. Please get in the comment section and let's talk about this bullshit. True.
We've been together for about 3 years now.
In October, Dotson was convicted of killing 6 people at the Leicester Street home, including his brother and 2 young nephews. The jury gave him 6 death penalty sentences. Dotson says his fiancée went to the trial just a couple times.
What does your fiancée think? Does she think that you did it?
I don't really, I really can't speak for her. I don't know if she can tell me one thing, but she can think another.
His fiancée told us over the phone she loves Jessie Dotson and does not think he's guilty. They've been engaged for 2 years. Dotson's mother says his fiancée called her once before.
The first thought came to my mind, what is wrong with this lady? Is she crazy? You know, how could you see a killer on the news and you want to marry him or you want to be his girlfriend, you know?